know, when Kings talk, the conversation different, but y'all already know that. In your OG William 23, back for another special episode. I got Miss Teresa Vaughn.
What's up?
What's going on? How you doing?
Man, truly blessed. Just truly blessed. That's all I can say.
Yes. For sure. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, been a long time.
Been a long time coming, man. Times have changed a lot.
Yes, it has, man. Not like it was back in the day.
No. That's so not like that was back in the day, you know.
Man, I'm telling you, because I remember back when we was growing up, everybody, the grown-ups, over at each other's house, kids playing with each other,
Right.
We having bases playing softball and everything. Yeah. But now this technology these days, kids is playing on these games. You can't even get them a broom or nothing.
Yeah, no, you can't.
You can't get them a broom or nothing, man. Now, I tell my granddaughter, Jewel, can you go sweep the kitchen? Okay.
Yeah,
like 30 minutes and she's still on the phone.
Still on the phone scrolling.
They know I'm on TV.
I was saying that before that the technology came out and that internet, man, it kind of just took over.
But see, they know about the parents. They don't want to be bothered with the kids. So
right.
That technology will knock them off and keep them out of their hair. Right. But see, back then they tell them go outside and play.
Go outside and play.
Go outside and play, and then do your chores when you come in and you have homework.
Yes.
But see, the time changed. When we went to school, we had homework on the weekends.
Mm-hmm.
Now the kids don't got no homework. They got more holidays than we did.
Yeah. They always out of school.
What is snow day? What is snow day, man? What is snow day?
What is that? We went to school in the snow.
In the snow, freezing, standing at the bus stop.
Yeah. I'm telling you, times have changed, man.
Yeah, man.
And a lot of people don't pay attention to that. I'm one of the ones, I pay attention to this. You know what I'm saying? How times have gradually changed. And for me, I think it affects the children more than anybody. Yeah. Because we came up already. You see what I'm saying? So those kids don't get that same quality that we got from the older days and being with the people that was before us.
But check this out though. But the kids today, oh mama, I want this, I want that. But see, back in the day, you gonna go pick up some cans.
Oh yeah, you gonna do something to earn that.
You gonna go pick up some cans and mow the yard. You gonna earn it to get what you going to get. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. Yeah. Granny, I want a hamburger. You go clean in the kitchen.
Yeah, go do something to earn that.
I want a pizza. You know what I'm saying?
But, I want a lot of things.
Yeah,
sure. That don't necessarily mean we can get them.
Yeah, sure. You can't. I'm talking about it. It's just I'm gonna tell you this like this, Will. I come a long way, man.
Yeah,
a long way. I've been like this ever since I was in school. When I see somebody now, I try to make them happy. You know what I'm saying? Make them smile, laugh.
Try to build them up.
I try to be there when I can if I got it. I'm always have a kind heart to help people.
Right. That's the way to be.
You know what I'm saying? And then, when I moved back here, I'm just gonna put it like this. Nene was there when I came back.
Okay.
And then when Miss Irma found out, they've been more supportive and keeping me on that right path.
Right. I seen that on Facebook a lot, how y'all chop it up a lot like that. Shout out to Miss Nene and Miss Irma.
Yes, because
some good ladies.
Those two ladies have kept me on solid ground. And if they see right before I even know it, don't you do it.
Yeah.
Don't you do it.
They know you already.
And they sit down like my mom, back in the old days, they sit down and talk to you and make you try to understand what you're doing wrong. But now these days, parents want to holler at you.
Yeah.
And I've been hollered at all my life, but they don't holler at me. They talk with, compassion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I love these ladies so much.
Right, and try to give you some of the wisdom that they have.
Yeah, and then I've learned a whole lot, from these two ladies, and I've come a long way.
And that's what's lacking today. Don't get me wrong, you got some individuals out there that's still giving that wisdom and passing it down. Yeah. And like you said, just being able to pull you to the side, sit you down, and let's talk. Let's have a talk.
But you can't have that with most of these people because most people want to put you down,
right?
And want to see you back like you used to be. And I try to keep my circle small.
Yeah, you got to keep it small.
You know what I'm saying? I speak. Talk to you.
Of course. Be cordial.
I just don't want to be around the negative stuff. I go out, I sit at my table. You see me all the time. I chill. I just chill. I do what I can. And just to say this one time, I want to send my condolence out to the Rennie family.
Yes.
You know, Jackie and Laura Lee.
For sure.
You know, but for your mom, you know, y'all in my prayers. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I know how it is. So y'all just want to put that in prayers to y'all.
Yeah, man. Shout out to y'all. Condolences to the family. We're gonna stay prayed up for y'all.
Yeah.
Something that we all would go through. Something that we have to get through. Life.
Yeah.
You know.
Because
life.
you know, like I was telling DeAndre this morning, you have a parent that you're so close to, that you're bonded with.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not intentional for God to take that person away.
Right.
But when you stay attached to that and God wants you to move,
right.
you can't move because that person is there.
Mm-hmm.
So God's got to do this
right.
in order for you to get
right.
on your own 2 feet.
Right.
So that's what he had to do with me, because I stayed with, you know, around my mom all the time.
24/7.
You know what I'm saying? When y'all see me, you see my mom. When you see my mom, you see me.
Correct.
And you know, it's still hard, you know, because you can talk to her, you know, talk to that parent, anything, you know, and it's between y'all. But once they're gone, you can't have that conversation.
It's a void.
You know what I'm saying? You can't talk to anybody.
Right.
But you can talk to your spouse, because your spouse can understand.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I'm talking about, like, you think you got friends like it was back in the day.
Oh no.
But you ain't got no friends.
Not like that. Not like back
but
in the day.
But I know I do. I got, you know, Miss Irma.
It's a couple.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a handful.
You know what I'm saying? I got them.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm just like with my family, you know, everybody gonna have a dysfunctional family.
Oh, you are.
But
sure.
you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna stay, you know, I love my family. I do anything for my family if I can, you know what I'm saying?
And they know that. They know that.
But you know, it's good once in a while to hear, you make you feel good to hear your family say, I'm proud of you. I see what you accomplished.
Right.
That make you keep moving forward.
You
know what I'm saying? Moving forward.
Because they see the progress you done had.
Boy,
and it's nothing like a pat on the back coming from the family, because you know those are the closest people to you, and it's a sense of, you know, that you making them proud by keeping yourself together. They see the change in you, the growth in you.
Yeah.
So if for them to reach out and say, "Look, man, I'm proud of you."
But I'm gonna tell y'all this: if you having a parent that has not been there, and you looking for that parent, but you looking for that comfort from that absent parent.
Right.
See, that's what I was with my dad. You know, we didn't have that when I was growing up.
Right.
So I was choosing the wrong men. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You got men out there that would take advantage of that.
Take advantage of that.
And so that was making me go down lower. So when my mom passed, you know, I just stepped back. I said, Lord, you're gonna pick that right man for me.
Right. Take
you know
the
what I'm
wheel.
saying? I'm not gonna keep going to these wrong people, want them more men and want them to take care of them and all this.
Right. All that stuff.
So all of a sudden, I just blew this. I've been knowing this person for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Hey baby, but the alpha base, hey sweetie,
what's going on?
But he was persistent, you know, and we be together for 3 years next year.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? He's been there. He's been supportive. We have our ups and downs, you know, just like any couple.
Right. That's,
you know what I'm saying?
That's
we
the
get
norm.
mad and
That's
everything, but he has been more there. I mean, just like waking me up when he knows I'm tired. When I know he's tired, I'm waking him up. It's kind of like a connection, you know. When we get ready to call, we call each other at the same time.
Yeah, there you go.
You know what I'm saying? It's you know, it's good to have somebody like that in your life.
It is. You knowing that they really care about you. You know,
and then he knows about my past. You know, I never did keep that from him. Right. You know. But you know, all the other ones, you know, you tell them that, oh wow, well, I know how to get her now, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, not him. He's keeping me positive to not.
There you go.
Turn that stuff, you know, the opposite way.
There you go.
Because when I used to get mad,
you flip out.
Yeah, I go here go. Can I? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, but now I get upset and I pray.
Right. There you go.
That you know. That's when you gotta stay prayed up
and seek, you know, the higher self. You know, I tell people all the time, because I don't know, to some people I might seem strange now or different, you know what I'm saying, from what I was back in the day. Yeah. And I even question myself sometimes, like, dang, like, you know what I'm saying, this is really the way I think now. And to some, it's like, I don't want to say you outgrow people, but you outgrow people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It gets old.
Right. It gets old. It gets old. We're not walking in the same path no more. So us hanging out and kicking it, or even having a conversation every day, it just don't work.
But
it just
see,
don't work.
That's the like you just said. You know, here we go with that subject that you asked me. Back in the day, you know, everybody would go over to each other's houses and barbecue.
Yeah, you had a good time,
but
man.
them grown folks would tell you, stay in a child's place and go back and go play. You don't need to be around grown folks.
Exactly. That's that old school upbringing right there, man.
You know, but you know, these days, you know, you got parents smoking with kids and smoking around kids.
I feel like more so today, like some of the parents try to be friends
instead of being a parent.
There you go.
And that's what you know, even though that my mom took care of my kids and everything, I was not a perfect mom. I'm not, you know,
no one's perfect.
You know what I'm saying? I can't make up for what I did in the past, but I try to do what I can now. But it's one thing I did in my addiction. They knew, but I never did it in front of my kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I never have. And I try to be the best grandparent I can. You know what I'm saying?
You're doing that. You always doing something with your grandkids.
Yeah, I got to go.
Just telling me one just came down or something.
Yeah, I went and picked up the granddaughter Jewel Friday. Then turned around. Last night I had to go to Abilene to pick up my other grandson John. And now I got to go back to Folk Work and get my grandson Christopher.
There you go, Grandma.
Yes, man. There's 13 of them in all.
Grandma Teresa.
Yeah, 13 in all, man. All. I don't care, none blood or fresh blood. They all mine. They mine. And so I got a baby. I mean, my daughter, she's 6 months. And I showed her what I bought her. And then one of them, they bust out laughing and says, I have a grandma and I'm not afraid to use her.
Cause my grandma's square business.
Don't mess with grandma. Go grandma.
Don't mess with grandbaby.
I love them all. All of them. All of them.
So how many kids you got in all?
2.
Just the 2.
2.
And I know them personally. They might not know them, but I know them personally.
Yeah.
Good individuals. I can say that. So, I mean, even though back in the day you were doing what you were doing, and like I said, no one's perfect, those kids were still able to flourish and blossom. You know what I'm saying? Because even when you was around them, you was a good mom or parent to them. Well,
I take that back because I wasn't out, you know what I'm saying? I was most of the time, and most of the time I wasn't. I can't just know.
Explain that though. Explain
because
that.
Because
from what I seen, you know what I mean, maybe I was on the outside looking in like other people.
Because when I was in my addiction, it was all about being out there, you know. So I wasn't. My mom had my kids all the time. I'm not going to sit up here and lie and say, I was a perfect mom, because no, I wasn't. My mom was raising my kids. I was out there in the streets. You know what I'm saying? But as I got older, my mom got sick. I kind of slacked down.
Slowed up a little bit.
When she passed away, it made me think. You know what I'm saying? My daughter took it mostly the hardest. And now we're connecting, we're bonded. You know what I'm saying? That you know, that's all I ever wanted was to bond with my kids. And we're doing that now. But I'm not gonna sit up there and say I was a perfect mom, because I wasn't.
I was. And like I said, we all make mistakes, even coming up. And you cannot go back and try to fix those mistakes. Only thing you can try to do is connect and make that bond tighter now. You know what I'm saying? And some children, you know, they take that on, and some children are like, nah, you were never there for me, you did me like this. But I think that shows the maturity of the children as well. When they come up and they're mature now, okay, we all make mistakes.
But you know, what really hit me to make me really change is when my daughter introduced me to her friends back in the day. Oh, this is my crackheaded mom. You know, that'll hit you. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's taking them a minute to call me mom. They still call me Teresa, which I'm not going to force my kids to do that. Because I can understand I was not that mom. But, you know, I'm there. It doesn't matter. You know, I'm there, period. Change or not change.
It's crazy now, but like I said, I've been knowing you all my life. And, you know, I've seen some of your struggles and whatnot. But like to see you today, like if I never knew anything about that past life, I would have never thought that of you. You see what I'm saying? So that goes to like a big hand clap for you for turning it around and getting it together. And that's what it's really about, because we all gonna fall victim to something. Whether you get addicted to this or you know, whatever it is, like to come up out of that, that says a lot about you. that says a lot about your character to be able to come up out of it, because some people remain stuck.
Man, because I see some people out there that I seen in myself back in the day. You know, and I try to give advice as best as way I can. Not saying that I'm perfect, but I be, you know, the type that where I see them going through is the same thing, the tip of the way that I went through. So I try to sit down and have a conversation with people. You know, try to, you know, some of the young kids too. But some of these young kids, it's not like we used to be, just sit and listen.
Yeah, they're not gonna
sit down and listen. But you got to let them learn from their mistakes, like I did.
And that's the best way. Now that's what I kind of figured out. Like you could talk to somebody till they blue in the face. You know what I'm saying? And like they're kind of listening, but you really have to let them just learn. Bump that head. And then you can go back and see, that's what I was trying to tell you. You know what I'm saying? So you missed out on that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see you take the same route that I took, make the same mistakes that I took. You know what I'm saying? So I want to teach you what I learned late. I want to teach it to you early. But see, kids nowadays, they don't grasp on to that.
Oh, Lord, no.
They don't grasp on to it. You know, they think you trying to tell them what to do. You trying to control them.
You know, it's kind of hard because my mom, when I was in the room with her before she passed away, she made me do a promise. And this promise is very hard, is to keep the family together.
That's a hard one.
Ooh,
that's a hard one now.
Man, my 2 kids, they're been like that for 2 years. So I'm just trying to pray. That's all I can do. I tried, you know, the right way to talking with them, but all I can do is just pray. And
that's what I was just about to ask. Have you set them down together?
You met my kids up.
I know them both. What you mean?
Look, let me tell you something. When I had my little appointment in Fort Worth on Avenue E, I just got through cleaning my house. And Lamont was staying here, and he came to Brownwood to visit because I, you know, try to get myself clean. So I had a birthday party together for them. So she was still angry because her brother left. So they went in my house and locked me out my house.
What?
I thought they were going in there to talk, man. They turned the furniture over.
Oh, man, they're tearing it up.
Oh, Lord. You left me in our house. Oh, my God, they turned my house.
But do you think, like, people will look at that and be like, oh, but do you think that's love and compassion?
It is, but sometimes everybody show they love a
different way.
You know, as same as parents, they show they love different because the way they were brought up. You know, say the way I brought up, my love was different because my mom was a mom and a dad. My grandparents was helping her raise 2 kids. You know what I'm saying? So I don't hold no grudge against my dad. You know what I'm saying? At first, when I was a kid, I did. You know, that's a kid. You know, on the grudge. But as you get older, you kind of understand. You know, because when you're a kid, your parents start putting bugs, different things in your head, and it kind of mixes you up. It messes you up.
I know all about it.
Yeah, it messes you up, and it kind of messed me up. You know, because my grandparents was putting stuff in my head. You know what I'm saying? So it's you know, now me and my dad bonds. You know he's still same snake. You know he loved dealing with his animals.
Shout out to the snake boys.
My brothers them. You know, I love them to death. You know, they get on me. You know, when I do wrong, when they But now I just know fish.
Okay.
And
I see you out there fishing a lot too.
Yeah, and my daughter told me when I first started, she said, you should fish a lot. I said, you know what? You rather for me to do the other, or do you want me to fish? She said, fish on, mama, fish on. You know, so I tried to, at first I started getting kids to go, you know, keep them, motivated. You know? And when
it's therapeutic too.
Yeah, and it's, and it teach you patience. Because you got to be patient to wait for them to bite. That's
you do. I used to see you and my kinfolk Wayne out there fishing all the time.
Man, let me tell you something. That was my fishing buddy. I miss my fishing buddy, man. I miss my fishing buddy because he has me laughing because he wants to go out and relax. And when he go out there, he'll sit his pole, because you sit your pole down, your lines down. He'll sit like this.
He be knocked out.
Man, we was out there and I had surgery on this thing. We went out to a private tank, and I seen the cork move. I hit him so hard, he jumped up. He didn't know what was going on. He real thing. It was a big old catfish. I'm like, boy, let me tell you, go sleep again and lose another fish.
Oh, he just fell asleep and lost the fish.
Man, lost the fish, man. I miss old Wayne, but you know, it's good, you know.
How do you see things moving forward?
Well,
in an honest opinion, how do you see things moving
honest
forward?
opinion, I'm looking forward. I really just can't say this, you know, just letting God lead me the way.
Right.
That's all I can say.
Right.
That's the honest God's truth, because He wrote our book before we even wrote our life story before we got here.
Correct.
So I can't predict the future, what I say I'm going to do, because something might come across that and knock it out the box. So all I can say is let God lead the path and let Him lead me the way on the future, where He wants me to do.
Right. Exactly.
So I can't just say what I'm going to do or what I plan.
But what are some of your plans? What are some of your wants?
My plans, my goals from when I first got clean is to start something, to do something on my own. And, you know, now I've been asking God to lead me on that path, which I came across a friend of mine, Marilyn Webb. So we are in the kitchen at, you know, doing a little something, you know, time and time, you know. But it's a good thing to start off, you know, taking step by step, you know, doing what you want to do for my goal. And another thing is I'm out selling based oil perfume, men's perfume.
Okay, I didn't know nothing about that.
Yeah, and based oil air freshener.
Okay.
You can spray that in your car just a little bit. It lasts for a long time. You know, so yeah, I got some in the car, but you know, I be going to try to do my little old thing. You know, it kind of, I'm proud of myself that I'm pushing myself to doing that.
Right. And that's what you got to do sometimes. Find something that floats your boat, that you want to do, that's good for you.
Yeah.
And that you can really work on that thing
and
yourself.
Plus I'm a people person too.
Oh yeah, you definitely
you gotta be a people person.
You're definitely a people person.
I am a people person. I will have you laughing, man. I would have you laughing when I see a person that is down and having problems, you know, crying or whatever. You know, I go up and joke with them, and then I have them laughing. You know, that makes me feel good that I made somebody.
Right, you was able to brighten their day.
Brighten their day. I've been doing that since I was in school. You know, and another thing, when I was in school, most people didn't know is the bullying do exist, because I went through it myself. You know, my mom being a single parent, you know, she did what she could for me and my brother. So I just want to throw that in there, you know, because it's not good doing that.
No, not at all.
You know, most parents can't afford. Y'all got to look at this.
And this is a serious thing here too.
When a parent doesn't have it, doesn't matter if it's a single parent or parents together, it's a struggle out there, and they can do what they can for their kids to get them dressed for school. Sometimes kids might not be dressed like y'all, and y'all parents can't afford it. But you got to look at it. You got to understand what's going on in their house. To understand, don't wait till they get to school. Man, look at them shoes, man. He wear them hand-me-downs. Them hand-me-downs because their parents are struggling. My mom was struggling hard. She working 2 jobs. You know what I'm saying? So I know how it feel.
Yeah, I mean, and see them kids, like, man, I believe that's something that needs to be taught in the home. Like, don't make fun of the less fortunate.
Yeah, because it's not good at all. I have a friend of mine that I text, and I told her that, and she said she never knew, because I was always, you know, making people laugh, and throw them off, so they wouldn't know. You know what I'm saying? But you know, as of today, I know I didn't have things back in the day, but I take pride and thank God for the little things I do have.
That you do have. You know
what I'm saying? That I didn't have. You know, people are like, why you mad about this? Because if you thought about it, I never did have that when I was growing up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So now it's your turn.
It's my turn to be proud of what I got. So don't make a fun of a person because they grown, because you don't know what their life story is.
You don't know what they've been through.
When they grew up and they get this and they're proud of it and they cherish it.
Right.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
I tell people all the time, every smiling face ain't a smiling face sometimes.
You ain't lying.
You know, a lot of times they covering up that pain. They
Yeah.
covering up that hurt. And they just trying to smile
hurts.
to get along.
Yeah,
you know, and
hurts.
then like you get somebody to come along and, you know, like bullying you
Yeah.
or making fun of you, picking at you, man, like you opening up a wound.
And it's not fun. Yeah, and then having you laugh at you and stuff, and then it triggered most people. That's why people be wondering, why did she kill herself? Well, have you ever thought about it? It may have triggered that person.
Yeah.
And then these kids are committing suicide because they're in school. You know what I'm saying? That's not cool either.
No, that's
not.
Why
me and my that's why I try to tell my grandkids when they come to visit, we do not bully.
No,
we do not bully at all, because it's not cool at all.
You know, when I was in school, man, you know, I kicked it with everybody. Like whether you preppy or you know, you got busted shoes.
Yeah.
Man, school was a good time for me.
It was a good time, but there's certain people that you could hang around with without making fun of.
Right.
You know, and it was kind of hard at school for me. But I stuck through it, and you know, I got pregnant at a young age twice in school. But it's one thing my grandfather asked me to do is graduate.
Yeah.
And he
did you do that?
Oh, baby, didn't I? My
grandfather. She did that.
I did that, y'all, because I was my grandfather was on oxygen. He had cancer.
Okay.
And I had got held back, even though I finished. You know, when on that graduation day, you know, that mouse is out in graduation, man, maroon and white. But my grandfather was sitting on the porch, and that was the touchiest moment when I got out the car and they played the music, and I walked down the sidewalk.
There you go.
With that diploma, and they had that diploma to my grandfather, and he had tears in his eyes. That was the most happiest moment in his life.
See what I'm saying?
Because you have most pregnant women, young age, they quit school.
Yeah, they quit school.
And don't want to finish school. But that's one thing I promised my grandfather that I would do, even though they helped me back. But I did finish school.
Right. And Lamont was your first child, so that's the one you're speaking of?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Lamont turned out to be a great individual. That's my boy there.
You know, he see what he had to go through, so he tried to be the best parent he can.
Right.
You know,
and that's the thing too. Like when some of the kids, you know, like they go through stuff when they were little, they grow up and be everything that they wanted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That they didn't get and that they lack. But some of them go the other direction and even be worse.
I'm working on one of them right now, one of them grandkids right now, because, you know, you feel that he is too hard, that he was too hard on you.
Yeah.
No, you should think about the other parent that was not there for you.
That part.
You know what I'm saying?
That part right there.
He came and got you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And your mom have you in a crib with dog feces and all that stuff. You got to look at that. You can't be looking at it hard. It's called discipline. That's that old school discipline.
It's discipline.
You can't whip the kids no more. So you got to be, you figure out your own strategy for discipline.
And that's my thing, like with my children now. You know what I'm saying? I'm the parent that enforces all the rules. Not saying that my wife doesn't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know she do.
Yeah, we gotta mix, you know, I have step kids, and then my kids are her step children, but you know what's the beautiful thing? All of them call each other brothers and sisters.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They love like this.
That's how
and so like the kids that I have, man, my son Ezekiel and my daughter Gianna, which recently just went back with her mother, but that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
But to be the good parent, so to speak, in that situation when you know the other parent is just out of there. And you know what it is already. You from here. So it's just like, man, it's not like I'm being extra hard on my child. It's like I'm giving them the discipline that they need and that they're lacking from the other side. You know what I'm saying? I got to be the whole pie. I got to be the whole cake. I got to give you all of this.
But see, I can understand that. But see, with my grandkids, what I couldn't do for my kids, they said, Grandma, you're too overprotective. I say, I have a reason why I'm overprotective, because I see y'all, I don't want y'all to go in the same path that Grandma, your parents, you know, grandparents, so on, went through. I want to break that cycle.
You want to break the cycle?
I want to break that cycle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I see that friend of yours.
Yeah,
you know how the most schools, they can look at you like this. They look at you. No, baby, you can't go with him. You can't go with her. That's bad connection right there. But it's one grandchild that I'm still, you know, the family that gave up on this child. You know, he 19, but still, my mom didn't give up on me. So I'm not gonna give up.
Not gonna give up on that. Yeah.
I'm not gonna give up on him.
Right.
My mom prayed for all of us until the time she left. You know, keeping our family together, keeping, you know, because every Thanksgiving and Christmas, she was always in the kitchen cooking. She'd be up 2 or 3 days early. I mean,
that's an old school
we was at my
Thanksgiving.
my son was standing on vine, and we had to get church tables, man.
Yeah.
About 4 of them. We had hens, about 5 or 6 turkeys,
Yeah.
briskets, ribs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We had it all. My mama got in there and cooked about 2 big old pots of chitlins. Because we got a big family.
Yeah.
And them boys can eat.
They can eat.
Yeah, I see my brothers eat a whole hen.
Yeah.
By themselves, you know what I'm saying?
So I got a question. What's the most important thing for you when it comes to family and friends? Since we on this topic.
Yeah.
What's the most important thing to you?
Me is coming together.
Coming together.
Yeah, having family gatherings, like back in the old days.
Right, because you don't see it that much
You don't
anymore.
see it too much. The only time you see a family gathering is when a relative passed.
Yeah, like at funerals and stuff
and
like that.
I don't like that, because and you can't see too many family reunions anymore.
Yeah, true.
And my grandfather and them kept the family reunion, but when the last sibling died, family reunion stops.
Yeah.
And then my cousin Thurman was doing it, and he passed away. So I don't know what's going on.
Big old Thurman. That was my boy.
No, my cousin Thurman. I have a cousin Thurman. You talking about cousin
Thurman? Oh, I thought you were talking about Big Thurman.
No.
Okay.
I have a cousin Thurman that was living in Fort Worth. But he passed away.
Oh, okay.
So he was originally keeping the family reunion going, but after he passed, I don't know if they still are doing it. I couldn't make it no.
Ain't that strange though? Like you got some of your relatives that passed and like seemed like everything fall apart. And like for us, that was like my grandma, Thomas Dale Nickerson.
Yes.
Like so when she passed away, everything just crumbled.
Yeah.
And my thing was like, golly.
But I hate to interrupt you on this, but I'm gonna tell y'all something. It's a story. My cousin, that's why we all should have family reunions. That's what he told us. Because one of our family members was dating a second cousin, didn't even know it. Didn't even know it. Dating and got married.
Oh man, and they cousins.
Until they found out when they went to the family reunion.
Wow.
They found out they were cousins and she was pregnant.
How do you reverse that?
But
the damage is done.
The damage is done. That's what family reunions are all about.
Right.
To see who you're kin to, and what generation, what side of the family you're kin from.
Yeah.
When he told us that, I said,
I bet everybody.
And then, I got Jacksons in my family, and my married name is Jackson. I said, I hope to God I didn't marry no Jackson.
Is that your cousin, girl?
Oh Lord, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's just like good to be home. But this is like what my family's afraid of. This is the stomping ground. We speaking about family. Right. This is the stomping ground where it all happened for me to go to prison. And they were afraid that I might slip.
Yeah, coming back here.
Fold them.
Yeah, you did. You didn't fold them.
I'm blessed to have a house. I'm blessed to have 2 cars.
Yeah.
I'm blessed what I have.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep it, and I'm not going to let nobody try to
you got to keep that. You got to guard that. You got to guard that, man.
All I do is have to look back and look at the car, look at the house.
Yeah.
Look how I'm writing my grandkids up. You know what I'm saying? My granddaughter told me before I picked her up a couple of days ago on video, I said, Granny can't be like the other grandparents because my condition. I'll feel bad that I can't get y'all Christmas gifts, like I want to.
Right.
She said, Granny, you don't have to. We just need you. That's
all. That's it. The love, you
know what I'm saying?
The love.
She said, I'm trying to be the best I'm trying to be the best grandparent I can. Yeah. She said, you are grandma, you are the best grandma. And that make you feel good when your grandkids do that.
And one of my sons, matter of fact, he's a senior this year. I was just talking to his mother earlier, and I was telling her, I started telling him no before he can get used to hearing no, because some of these kids are so spoiled.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? It's not all about what I can get you all the time. It's not all about what I can give you and what you can get from me all the time. It's about this love and this connection and this bond. You know what I'm saying? Forget the material things.
Yeah, because forget
the material things.
It was like 2 years ago, my grandkids, I had 3 of them with me. Oh, Granny, we want to go this and we go to, y'all want to go get what? Okay, come on, let's go get in the car.
Yeah.
So they grab 2 trash bags, come on.
Yeah.
we would roll right. See that can? Get out and get right there.
Out picking them kids up. Pick that
can right there. Get that can right there.
A lot of them kids are looking at them like, what? I ain't picking that kid up. Remember we used to pick pecans, everything.
Oh man!
Remember the big old pecan orchard they had out there?
Yeah, then at the park, picking the pecans at the park.
Yeah, man, that's things I did. I did with my grandmother, man. I go pick pecans with my grandma. Man. And loved it. Like if we could do that today, I would not hesitate.
My grandparents had pecans in their yard.
Yeah.
Back there in the pasture, and we'd go back there and pick pecans and stuff. I'd be tired, man. I'd be tired. I'd be like, no, you ain't tired. You want to play? You want this? You want that? Get on back out there and pick up the pecans.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, sure did,
putting something into them, man. That back in the day, times have changed now.
Yeah. Times
have changed, man. And like, I'm 39, and like most of the people I grew up with, we all around the same age. I say, man, we are those people that we used to lean on back in the day.
Yeah.
So now, what are we going? What example are we gonna be to them? You know what I'm saying? What are we gonna put into them, the younger generation that's watching us come up? You know what I'm saying? They watching us.
Yeah, they
watching us.
But like I be telling a lot of people too. If we be like we was back in the day as a community, sticking to one another instead of stabbing each other in the back,
right,
instead of coming as one, because them people over here downtown is laughing at us. That's what they want us to do is stay divided, tear each other's down. They get a kick out of it. It's like a comedy show to them. If we come together as a community and do what we're supposed to, instead of talking about each other's.
And why do you think they're so widespread in the black communities nowadays?
Man, it's just.
I mean, I got several different theories on it, but I ain't gonna go into that. But what do you think? Why is that? I mean, you can go to any city, any town. And like, don't get me wrong, some of them, they together, quote unquote, but why can't we all just be like that? Why you got some, it's like the crab in the barrel effect?
I don't know. I guess to some people, they think they way better than the next person.
Yeah, and why?
Because they want to be bigger than that person. You can't be bigger than, the only one that's bigger is that man upstairs.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? That's the only one that's bigger than any of us. But stop being big-headed.
Right.
Big-headed, because you can't be big-headed.
No, you can't.
Because if you be big-headed, you make mistakes.
Yeah, you make mistakes. And like me, I'm a people person, man. From the highest to the lowest, you can throw me anywhere, I fit in. You know what I'm saying? Like, what we doing? Like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But I know me. You know what I'm saying? I know the level of thinking I have and the wisdom I have, where I done came from, the things that I've been through. Yeah. I learned never to mock a man's pain or his failure, because them tables can turn around on you so quick.
Yeah, I was.
You know what I'm saying? So be kind to everybody. Try to be understanding. Now, even if you don't like a person, you know what I'm saying? Even if you don't like a person and you see them fall, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And don't
judge they book by their cover.
Yeah, don't judge a book by the cover, but don't celebrate their failure.
Yeah. But
don't celebrate their failure.
Like, let me show you an example. Years ago, I was working at Halfway House, and my day off, I went to this bar that was close by. It was a pure bikers. And they didn't like black folks. I went up in there and I was drinking my Budweiser and everything. This country song, nigger this, nigger that. What? And then they was
in the bar.
In the bar.
Where was you at?
On
the Brandwood?
Yes, on Lancaster.
Oh, you a long time ago.
Man,
Fort Worth.
Yeah, Fort Worth now. And then they was stabbing, the dude was stabbing the balloons and stuff, trying to scare me. He said, I said, I ain't going nowhere. I'm not gonna let them scare me. Let them come on up over here. I'm like, my mama, I'll shoot them and stab them one. Come on. Yeah. But they got to know me. They was judging that book.
Right.
By that cover.
Judging them. And you see a lot of that.
Right today, they love me to death.
You see a lot of that when you go to prison, right?
Yeah.
And you got the different gangs, you got the Aryan Brotherhoods, the Nazis, all that. Man, most of them, they not even racist. It's crazy. They just fitting into something just to be a part of something. Now, don't get me wrong, some of them are. Some of them are super racist now. You know what I'm saying? But I done had a couple of settlers, man, that was Aryan Brotherhood, blah, blah, blah. Man, some of the coolest dudes, man, they ain't even like that, bro. I just had to join.
But see, y'all, that's what I'm talking about. Like in penitentiary, the men always stand up and come together for their rights.
Right.
But the women's penitentiary, oh my God.
I bet that's why.
It's dysfunctional.
That's a different place right there.
It's dysfunctional because it's all about diking and they're stating their grounds and all this. It's just they're not sticking together.
Yeah.
But it's one thing I can say. when you do have a loved one that is locked up, and when you got to stay on top of everything when even though they did wrong, still know what's going on in there. Because when I was in there, I seen guards, and I pretend I was asleep, put her credit cards and everything up under this black female's man. Now everybody
say they stole it. Say she stole
it and gave her a freeway charge. And I told them she didn't do it. And they told me to either be quiet or you can take
they do stuff like that.
Yeah, and man, let me tell you, they was feeding us Vita Pro back then.
Yeah.
That's what you feed hogs.
Yeah, Vita Pro.
And they was having big old nonsense.
Yeah, man, that prison life is something different. That's why, man, I'm always trying to reach one and teach one and tell these youngsters like, no, bro, that ain't cool. Like, man, stay out the streets. I'm speaking on the streets is trash. I'm gonna continue to say that. Let me tell y'all kids
something that's out there.
Continue to say that.
When I was young, I was watching them, them cop movies. You go to prison and you get out. No, baby, I thought that too. But when I got in there, you catch cases, and them cases will stop you from coming home. So you better watch what you do outside these walls, because once you in there, it's hard, because them guards will do anything. They'll tell you that you are their paycheck.
Yeah, and that's the truth. That's a business. That's one of the biggest businesses in the world. The penal system.
When they said a tornado was coming through, I said, "What we gonna? The guards we finna go get in the."
What you gonna do?
Y'all better get up under them bunks.
Yeah, they don't. They have no regard for your life.
No feelings at not.
That's nothing. It's like you less than a human being when you get locked up.
This girl hung herself in the custody, and they'll leave you hanging there.
Oh yeah,
and pretend that they didn't see you. They just walk right on by.
Yeah, because they don't want to deal with it. But yeah, man, that's the thing about it, man. And like I said, times have changed. Back then, you used to have people that would try to lead you out of that destruction in life. They see you walking in that path, they're gonna sit you down. Like, look, man, you don't need to be doing it. This is what it's gonna lead to.
Yeah, because when you come home, you think you had your friends, but once you're locked up, your friends will stop writing. They won't write you. They won't send you no money or nothing. But when you come home, oh, there's my dog right there. That's my dog. Come on, dude, that's my dog. No, you ain't my dog. Where were you? You ride or die. Just like my Ace Coon Boom Muff. Stuck through all these years, still writing them.
Hold up, man. How's she doing?
She doing real good. She doing real good. She got a college degree.
That's good.
In business.
That's good.
In business.
That's good.
Yeah, it's in business.
But the times have changed, y'all. They can continue to change. But what we gonna do about it? You know what I'm saying? We need to start putting back some wisdom into the children that out here that see us and watch us every day. And the whole point of this topic was to go over how things used to be and how they are now. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to thank my lovely guest, Teresa Vaughn, for stopping by.
Y'all.
It was a long time coming.
T-Sweet,
T-Sweet,
Too sweet,
you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all stay tuned, man. When Kings Talk, the conversation different. Drop down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. Hit that subscribe button. Follow us, man, because we're going to the top.
Yeah, that's the dude, man. Subscribe.
I want to thank you again for coming through.
All right.
I hope it won't be the last time.
No, you call me back anytime. I will be back. Any topic. And it's good to talk to the audience to get them to understand.
There you go, man. Shout out to all y'all,
all
man.
Right, y'all.
One love, peace, and blessings, man.
All right.
And happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Safe Thanksgiving.
All right.